All right, welcome back to the last video in this training series. Up to this point, we've covered everything you need to be able to do to utilize social media, live video platforms like Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, etc., to create high value content that's engaging with a call to action and direction, as well as the content that you need to be talking about and creating, and the actual step-by-step in terms of delivering that content. So to this point, you should be pretty solid on what to do to start getting this moving forward. But I wanted to create a quick training on different additional high-value content ideas. So other ways that you can engage with patients and leads in your following and provide value, kind of thinking outside the box. So this is real quick. It's just kind of some different ideas I wanted to review to give you something to think about. So one of the things you could do is do office tours. So doing video office tours and showing people around the inside of your practice and your business is a great way to kind of show transparency and get people familiar with your practice. Number two, examples of an office visit, the flow of what a new patient would experience, from them parking in the parking lot to going into your office to meeting your receptionist at the front door to going into the consult room, exam room, treatment area, etc. So office tours are great high value content, and as well as an actual flow of a visit from the standpoint of what they would experience. Third one would be interviewing your other providers or interviewing other staff that play a big role in your practice. So if you have a patient liaison or someone that does all of your consultations, or you have an exam doc that is always meeting with all of your new patients, do a video where you're doing an introduction and kind of explaining what their role is and when they would be met, etc., and what type of patients meet and interact with them. Interviews with other experts in your area. It could be in your field, it could be local area, it could just be friends of yours, colleagues. But interviews while you're at conferences are always great. That's another way to create great content, bringing another perspective. And then you can share that content with create a little bit of a syndicate partnership, which is actually in the next thing, where you're interviewing with syndicate partnerships with other practices, other providers, other services, other businesses in your area that also, their ideal patient or client is the same as yours. For example, going in and doing an interview with a local gym or a local health center or a wellness center, a supplement shop, etc., where you're kind of doing interviews and giving insight and sharing information and knowledge that complements what you're ultimately promoting and offering. Interviews with patients and patrons, people that come into your practice that you've already been seeing and treating and working with, or patients that have kind of become friends with you. Doing live testimonials is if you treat celebrities, or if you treat high level athletes, getting them to do a Facebook Live where you can do a quick introduction and have them give you kind of a shout out in real time. Those are easily done, and they're kind of fun. Again, it just shows a little bit more transparency that you are working with real people, right? Doing Facebook Lives when you're doing celebrations or different things in your practice that you're celebrating. Maybe it's holidays, or you're doing anniversaries, or maybe it's a promotion that you're doing, or maybe you do charitable events, different things like that. Doing those celebrations and then doing Facebook Lives to promote them, as well as while you're there and doing them and kind of showing people what they're missing out on. FOMO is a real thing, right? So fear of missing out. By doing content built around that, it lets people feel like they're a part of it. Doing videos on things to come, updates or exciting news that's coming to your practice. Maybe you're making a new hire, which is actually the next one. New hire announcements, changes that you're making to the office, new services that you're promoting, or new services that you're adding and why, new treatments, new anything that changes or is new or update that you can make exciting. Those are great things that you can create content around, right? So hopefully that helps, and I'm sure you guys are all watching this by now and kind of are catching on, and things are probably going off in your head right now where you can think about new things you could do to create content around demonstrations, interviews, think tanks, you name it. You can probably, as long as it's engaging, fun, provides value, people are going to appreciate it and like it. And then it's going to, if you're paying attention, one of the things that I didn't touch on much in this training, which was as you're creating content, pay attention to what people are liking and sharing. Pay attention to what they're commenting. When people are asking you questions and you see the same questions over and over again, those are hints that people want to know the answer, and they more than one person probably wants to know that answer as well. So that's another great way to find content to create, is just listen to your audience. Figure out what they want, what they're asking about, what you consistently hear in your practice. Those are other great pieces of content to create. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this training. I really enjoyed delivering it, putting it together. I love this type of stuff. I think this is probably one of the best ways to do marketing this day and age, in terms of, setting yourself apart, creating high value, and then ultimately creating a way to create your own traffic that gets people to your office. And this type of content marketing is never going to go away, because live video content's not going to go away. So either you get on board with this now, or you wait 5 years or 10 years and you're behind the eight ball. But this is a great tool to be able to leverage and use in your practice, providing a lot of fun, a nice change of pace, and everybody wins, right? So hopefully you guys like this. Let me know your feedback. Send me any questions that you have to info@10xdigitalmarket.com. Checking me out on Facebook, and you can send us a message on there as well if you have questions or comments, or if you'd like to give us some feedback, that would be great. And then as always, we have trainings that we add, and we're always trying to stay ahead of the curve. So make sure you're checking out practicemarketingsecrets.com for new updates on different content that we have there. And that's it. So thanks so much for checking this out. I really hope you guys do well with it, and best of luck, and to more new patients. Take care, guys.